SGC Foundation is grounded on the principles that you don't need a title to be a leader and you can't have too much fun helping children. As such, the foundation provides fun and recreationally related activities that benefit children. The foundation's focus is to bring individuals and organizations together into a partnership where all are treated as equals, with the end result of making today and tomorrow a better place for children of all ages. Most importantly, it's all for the kids. And remember, if it ain't fun, we ain't doing it. To donate to the SGC Foundation, please go to www.sgc-foundation.org. Thank you for your support.
Welcome to It's All for the Kids. Lucky this morning we found Allie Marie Dudley sitting in her nice little office. How you doing this morning?
I'm good. How are you, Stevie?
I'm doing great. Look,
Good to see you.
we officially met during the Super Bowl week down in New Orleans, where we all had a lot of good food, a little fun, kind of craziness.
It's a good time.
Good times. And matter of fact, I still want to know more about those magnetic hair extensions. So you're going to have to start there, besides, that we did have fun out there on the golf course acting crazy.
Yeah, definitely. Yes, so the magnetic hair design. So I was able to meet the couple who they're the owner of these magnetic hair design extensions. They're the first of its kind and the only of its kind. So a lot of times hair extensions, you either have to sew them in or you have to clip them in. With these, it's a simple magnet and they're super, super lightweight. So right now, you are able to get these. They're available on their website. So magnetic hair design is going to be magnetichairdesign.com is where you can grab those magnetic hair extensions. And they have lots of different colors. And I know right now they're in the works to get, different textures as well. So they're trying to do a curly hairline, and get a lot more colors going. So that's going to be exciting to see.
That'll be awesome, because then I can put them in my hair. Then I can walk around having hair down to my shoulders and look like I'm a movie star playing in different roles, have hair down here, short hair, whatever, right?
Oh yeah, hopefully they can do some magnetic toupees.
Oh, there we go. There we go. But I don't think I got to worry about it just yet, man. I'm still rocking the
So
full
you got a lot
mullet.
of hair. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but we did have a lot of fun. I know that I'm fortunate that we met through, David Chin having you guys come and everything. And now we're branching out that we get to work with you directly, So, hey, and you're rocking the foundation logo, man. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. This is one that I made myself. Creative Custom Wear is our brand.
Okay, so that's what I was going to ask you, because I know that we met through the magnetic deal, and then you and I started talking about doing the shirts. So the shirt design is you, right?
Yes. So Creative Custom Wear is our custom embroidery and heat press apparel, and I also do custom designs as well. So this is one that I actually made on my machine yesterday. And this is one I actually digitized as well. So what I did was I took the design you had already gave me and I kind of just added some more definition. I want it to be, I like when you have embroidery, you want it to give that 3D effect. So doing a lot of layering to really get that 3D effect for that dream catcher was my vision. And I love the way it came out. I love this design, by the way. It's a great design.
Well, don't say it too loud, because I always got to kick my middle brother in the ass to get shit done, okay? And he came up with it back in 2000. God, man, we were 2008 when we were in Phoenix. We came up with what were we going to do for a logo, right? We didn't know whether or not we were going to use teddy bears, because all the children's hospital have different ones, right? Like Phoenix, when we were out there, has the palm print.
Yeah.
Children's in New Orleans has Raggedy Ann and Andy and butterflies and what have you. So we came up and using the dream catcher, partly because it's an official Cherokee Indian dream catcher. So we can change the colors. We just can't change the location of the stones in that logo. And what's really kind of cool is it represents, everybody asks us what it means. So basically, we said that with all the kids in Children's Hospital and terminally ill children and working with the military families and stuff, that the dream catcher was always in their rooms to catch the bad dreams, right? Your nightmares and what have you. So that's where we draw from it, of catching all the the bad stuff, catching it to help them grow and get through their disease or whatever they have. So that's the meaning behind us using the dream catcher as our logo.
Oh, wow, okay, that's awesome. I didn't know that.
Yeah, give
That's
you
really cool.
a little history there. But hey, so I love that you do. So now we're just going to have a lot of fun busting in here. So creative designs, okay.
Creative
So
custom wear.
all right, custom wear, which is cool because I want to know under the custom wear what actually you guys are designing. So because we've done logos on all kinds of crazy stuff, okay. When it comes to custom wear, we've done the yoga pants, the workout stuff. We've done, you name it, t-shirts, shorts, both for men and women's shorts. We've done socks. We've done the knee-high, thigh-high socks with the logo. We've even got crazy one year back in 2012, 2013. Well, we couldn't find anybody, believe it or not. So that's why I love that you said you can do all kinds of stuff, because in 2012, 13, we popped off, or Stevie popped off saying, "Hey man, I can do the logo on bikinis. We'll do." We've done beach towels, flip flops, and everything. And back then, you're not going to believe this. We couldn't find anybody that could put that logo on a bikini. Okay,
Oh, wow.
because of the stretch material. They said we can't embroider it. We can't do this. I went to Victoria's Secrets. I went to Venus. I went to, and a good friend of mine, JP Hoffman, lives in Vegas, and he happened to know Aaron of Syrup Swimwear that does all the bikinis at that time from Miss Universe and stuff. So
Uh-huh.
anyway, Aaron called me up because he was having dinner with JP, and he said, "Hey, Stevie, I understand you got a situation." I said, "I don't have a situation. I got a major freaking problem here. You know, I got 20 some women that want the logo on their bikini, and I can't find anybody to do it." And
Oh,
and he said, "I can do it." I said, "Okay, if you can do it, buddy, tell me how." And he said, "Well, we'll cut the pattern, we'll stitch it on the bikini then, and then we'll put the bikini together." So from there, we found, different people that could do either heat press, because, being as old as I am, I can remember the original heat presses, okay, when they press something on and it'd stay on there for like maybe a month, maybe,
yeah.
wash
Before
it.
it starts to peel.
Yeah, it starts to peel and everything. So I can't wait for you and I to start working and creating up stuff coming out of Stevie's head, custom wear, the different things.
No, we can create all sorts of gear.
Because what's kind of cool is because everybody asks us what we're going to do next, Allie. So, start thinking, because we thought about doing all crazy stuff, from women's dresses to men's sport coats, like the Masters has people with green jackets. We thought about
Oh,
doing
yeah.
prizes for men and women winning our golf tournaments. We've
Yeah.
even thought of NIL stuff being moved into on the custom wear. So, I can see you and I connecting, doing a whole lot of stuff. So you just got to tell me, kind of what you've done in the past, and then we'll
Yeah.
just grow on it.
No, we could definitely do that. We've done it. We've done it all. We've even done, um, metal signage. So we made metal signs for a big distribution company here in Austin. They distribute different, roofing and housing attire. So we did an order of about 90 metal signs,
Wow.
and it was awesome. Yeah. So we've done things like metal signs anywhere to things like custom jackets. I know my partner is a musician, and so when he goes on stage, I always make him something custom to wear, obviously. And so he was up this past February, up in New York for Fashion Week, and so I was able to create him a custom trench coat. And this trench coat, what I did was I took a bunch of positive words and I plastered it all over the jacket,
Oh,
in different patterns. It's great. I should have brought it up here with me so I could show it to you. But
and that's okay
I'll
because
have to send you a picture. It came out
you're gonna have
great.
to
We got a lot of
you're,
compliments.
you're gonna have to do that, because we also have Stevie G's Energy Corner, which is the next show we're doing, that has later today, that has the backdrop that has like the old fashioned chalkboards on
Uh-huh.
it, with all the different energy, formulas like E equals MC squared of Einstein, all Einstein stuff, on it type deal.
Yeah.
So I can see I can see us making up one of those jackets with all those formulas all over written on it, type
Yeah,
deal.
no, that would be really cool. I love that idea.
And so that means that if you can do all that custom wear, so I guess when all these women still connect to us wanting us to do the bikinis with the Dreamcatcher logo, I can turn it over to you guys.
Oh yeah, we can definitely do bikinis.
Well, sweet, because I've got like about 10 that have already reached out going, hey, Steve, you still making them? Hey, can we still get them? And what happens to be your friend that lives there in Austin?
Oh,
Paige.
Miss Page. Oh, she's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, Miss Page wants one. So, we've done it where we've stitched it where it just says SGC Foundation on the back, across the top.
Uh-huh.
And we used to do it on the right hip where we started. Okay. So
Oh, okay,
then,
yeah, right in that corner.
yeah, but then then we start seeing everybody else like Monster and Red Bull and God knows whoever else, right? Start putting it on the left triangle. So we said, well, that's where the logo goes on the polo shirts. We'll put it on the left triangle. So that's where it is now.
Yeah, I felt like that would look great. You could put, I was gonna say you can get creative. We can make some with the left chest one. We can make some with the designs all over. We got some different designs going.
Well, I'm glad I finally found the right person to help Stevie out in making his his SGC line apparel,
Oh
because
yeah.
we tried going, believe it or not, craziness is, on Instagram you see all the different things, and I saw something and I made a phone call thinking I was calling Phoenix, Arizona, and it happened to be Pakistan, and of course
Oh wow.
Verizon came up and said, sir, you do not have permission to call Pakistan. And I was like, oh shit, am I calling the Taliban? What? So I had to text them like, hey, are you really located in Pakistan? So we tried to do that whole clothing line, which
Mhm.
you're aware of when you try to do with foreign countries and sizes, right? Even though they're doing
Yes.
stuff for Nike and Adidas, still had problems of them getting the sizes right. You know what a medium would be, what an extra large would be, what a double
Yeah, it's
X.
off.
And then, of course, now you got to remember some of this stuff's going to have to be pretty big, like we call a tent, because we got some NFL boys that are pretty big, that got to have those triple XL shirts.
Yes. It's not only the wideness, it's the tall. You've got to get the triple XL tall. It's got to be the tall one.
Yeah, otherwise they'll be swinging and their shirt will come out of the back. Yeah, you need that long tail in the back. So,
Mm.
so yeah, so I didn't know you were located in Austin. That's pretty cool.
Yes, out here in Austin, Texas. I love it here. I've been here since 2012.
You didn't go to UT, did you?
I did. I did my
Oh no.
undergraduate studies
Oh
at
no.
UT Austin.
Oh no. Oh no. Well, that's okay. The foundation colors are red, right?
Yes.
Okay. And that's all part of because Stevie went to OU. So I mean, that's the north side of that river. So,
Uh-huh.
you
Oh
know,
yeah, that's always a great rivalry game.
exactly. So I just want you to know I got like 300 polos in my closet and I don't have a burnt orange one. So, so
Uh,
because I always tell people jokingly, I got to sneak into Austin because they don't like people from
from
up there that
OU.
went to the red school coming down to Austin. So I got to sneak in. So, so what
Uh,
else you got going? I know you're not going to be able to make our event in May in Phoenix, okay? But we're going to be in Anaheim, California on August 6th and 7th. So you need to put that in your calendar, and hopefully that'll fit before school starts or anything else you got going. Because we're going to do some stuff in memory of a good friend of ours that passed away like a couple weeks ago.
okay.
So we're probably going to put in memory of his name, Mikey Bartlett, on the sleeve of the shirt. There it is, folks. I just broke out what we're going to do in August. I was going to try to keep it a secret a little longer, but I'm going to get you to make some stuff up and put in memory of it, like we've done in the past with former Marines that we've known and that work for the government and stuff. So
Yeah.
we're going to do that one, and then I'm gonna tax your brain because in October we're doing the foundation's 20-year celebration anniversary in Panama City Beach on October 9th.
Okay, that's awesome.
So
20 years.
start thinking of get as crazy and creative as you want with your custom designs, okay, and
All
clothing.
right.
We're definitely because the one in October is known as our Toes in the Water, Ass in the Sand Beach Party. So you can just rock that theme.
All right, get lots of gear going. Sounds like a good time.
It is because we do a bonfire with live music down on the beach the night before, with s'mores and marshmallows and hot dogs and adult beverages, and few people have been known to fall asleep, out there on the beach and have to wake them up the next morning to come play golf. So, but I'm looking forward to it. This is going to be a great connection. Um, Let everybody know how they can find you, because I mean I know how to find you, but let everybody know how they can find you. Your custom wear, so they can call you up and text you and have grow your business a little bit more.
Yeah, so you can find us on Instagram. It's going to be all one word, no space, creative custom wear. Wear, WEAR. So that's creative custom wear. You can also, if you want to place an order, if you have any questions, you can email us at creativecustomwearorders@gmail.com.
Cool.
Yeah. And
So
if you want to just connect with me personally, you can find me on Instagram. That's Allie, Allie Marie. I think it's right here on the screen. Underscore is here. And on TikTok, it's the same without the underscore. So just Allie Marie is here, and we can, you know, uh, connect and collaborate in lots of different ways. I like to call myself a serial entrepreneur. I always got lots of different things going. I do some embroidery. When we were out there at the golf tournament, you saw me and my sister. We were doing some modeling. So I also do a bit of that on the side, a freelance model. I've been doing that for about 10 years. And I am also, and that's one of the things that, really brought me towards this organization. And I'm also a speech therapist, and I've been a practicing speech therapist for about 8 years now. And so I've always worked with the pediatric population. So I've always been drawn to the kids. So it's awesome to be able to work with a nonprofit foundation that, is here for the kids. You guys do everything for the kids.
hey, not only that, but hey, maybe you can help Stevie with his speech.
Some
Hey,
accent modification.
hey, well, first off, I'd have to get politically correct because I can't say stuff politically correct. So that's going to be step one for you. But hey, no, so this is going to be a lot of fun. So tell us some more about some of the creative, crazy stuff that you've done. I know I love the jacket because I'm thinking that I've always, I thought about always getting donated, right? Smocks, like the nurses or the doctors from the different hospitals we've done. And then I woke up one day and I said, I don't have to do it that way. I can just go to my buddies and get stuff made up with their logo on it. I can just get my own stuff made with their logo on it. So I'm thinking of that too. That we could do the smocks and stuff. We've done
Smokes.
baseball jerseys. So now with you
Yeah,
doing
we've done
custom,
jerseys. We can even do I've done we have we make for a local towing company called Freaky Fast Towing here in Austin, and they're always out on the road in Austin. It rains quite a bit here, and so we actually made some rain ponchos, and it was a plastic rain poncho, and we sewed directly onto the plastic rain poncho. And a lot of people were saying, no, there's no way you can do that. There's no way you can do that. Or there is a way, and we did it, and it came out great. And so it does not matter the fabric or whatever you want to make. It's definitely possible. There's lots of tips and tricks and ways that we can work around it. We've even done gloves. So we've done embroidered gloves. That's real popular. Embroidered pillows, blankets. You can do it all.
that's really great because I'm already starting to think, because you got the rain gear, right, that you're playing on the golf course. You got the hoodies,
Yeah,
you
you gotta
got
have the rain gear always.
yeah, you got the jackets, the lightweight windbreakers with the logo on it. We've done that, but it's gonna be nice coming to you and then figure out because in the past we've used Antigua, for the main stay of the clothing line because of one, they're the fastest, shortest turnaround, right? You could call
Uh-huh.
them up a week out and they'd be able to get you the stuff embroidered and shipped. It's just that you're going to have to pay the high dollar of shipping it because they're located in it, out of Phoenix. But
Yeah.
but they always had the different stuff that we pick from. So this is going to be fun because now
Mhm.
I get to make trips down to Austin. You know,
Yeah, make trips down to Austin. You get kind of a free reign. If there's anything you can think of or anything you can imagine, I'm sure we can put it together and we can make it happen.
Not only that, but then we can visit, you, me, Paige, we can get together and brainstorm
Yeah.
on all kinds of crazy stuff, you know?
Don't forget about Bear, or not Bear, Panda.
Oh yeah. Well, that's true. That's true. Panda. It's a good thing that Panda, which is her dog, service dog. I'm glad it's a service dog because it makes it easier to go to hotels because some of them say no pets, but they say but service dogs fit.
Service
So I'm glad
dogs,
that
yes, always
I'm glad
okay.
she's got it classified as a service dog so we can sneak her in,
Oh
'cause
yeah.
I couldn't believe how calm that dog was, I mean, it didn't bark the
So
whole
well
5
behaved.
days.
So well behaved.
I know. Better than children. But no, I'm looking forward to some of the stuff coming up with. You know, I love the T-shirt. I never thought of putting the logo in the center. I've always been the kind of guy that's done it. Like on the sleeve or the collar or the left chest type deal. So, you
Yeah,
know,
we've got all sorts of options. You can do it right here in the center. You can do it double sided if you wanted to do the front and the back, or maybe on the back. I still have it's for the kids here at the bottom. You can put it's for the
yeah.
kids here on the back as well if you wanted to put your name on the back. We'll also have to get you a jacket, like a varsity jacket. I know it's about to be summertime, but
Hey,
winter will come again and get you a varsity jacket with the logo on the back,
Hey, you
big
got to
printed.
remember, we travel all across the different parts of the country, right? So, I mean, look, it's going to be
It'll get
warm down
used.
there, but it might be chilly up here, or you
Yeah.
might end up having to take a trip to upstate New York, like Buffalo.
Oh
and,
yeah.
and you know what they say about Buffalo? It's always cold in Buffalo. Or
Yeah. That's what
San
I've heard.
Francisco. The warmest winter I've ever stayed at was in San Francisco, or whatever the phrase is, because it's cold and rainy in San Fran.
Yeah. Always.
Hey, speaking of the beach side and thinking, way in advance, next April we're going to be officially doing a tournament in Puerto Rico.
Wow.
Yep, we're stepping up, kind of taking that big step, put our toe in the water, so to speak, kind of like moving to Puerto Rico. So you can even start thinking of stuff with Puerto Rico and their flag and our foundation stuff and doing it. The golf course is going to be on the water type deal. So
Okay.
there's there's an energy conference down there that a good friend of mine just did his first one this year. And if he told me, he knew in October. If he told me in October he was going to Puerto Rico, we would have been down there this week. But hey, it's okay. We can we can do it next year. So
Got time to
Allie, we're
plan
gonna have a
now.
lot of fun. Just put your track shoes, put your tennis shoes on, you know,
Yeah.
get your flip flops ready because we're gonna be.
Speaking of shoes, we can do those as well.
No, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You didn't tell me you could do shoes.
Oh yeah, we can definitely do shoes. You can embroider shoes. You can also heat press shoes.
I know you can
Got
embroider
options.
shoes because I've got like 10 pairs from FootJoy. Uses My Joy line, where you can do it. And Titleist owns My Joy and FootJoy. And
Okay.
so they got our logo on, and they make that logo no bigger than probably the size of a quarter
Oh
on the,
yeah, it's real
on the
tiny.
outside of the shoe. So are you telling me that you can do it like if you get the shoe, you can embroider the shoe after it's already put together?
Oh yeah.
No way.
Oh yeah. There's a special clips that you use to put it on the machine. Um, but yeah, it's possible. It's possible.
Man, we
Just
got
you have
we
to
got
let
to
me know
talk.
what kind you want, or if you wanted to do some boots. Talked about the different weathers that you're in. If you wanted to get some boots embroidered, that's possible as well.
Wow. So you can do so like, we do sometimes a little pickleball stuff, and we've done the pickleball
Yes.
paddle. So I'm thinking that there's even like special pickleball shoes now.
To where, yes, I've seen that pickleball's gotten so popular.
I know. So I'm just thinking if you can embroider shoes after the market, God, that's unbelievable. Because usually you got like FootJoy, you got to order them that way, and they make
That
them,
way.
and then they put them together. But if you found an aftermarket deal, Lordy,
Oh yeah.
because there's like a whole different market that I'm thinking of right off the bat. Because I always talk to different golf courses like in the resort areas, right? Like
Uh-huh.
Florida, Palm Springs, Phoenix. They all rent shoes, and he rent regular shoes. I'm like, why don't you get the shoes with your resort logo on them and rent them so that you're marketing your resort,
Brand,
and
yeah.
then that your brand, and that way people will buy them with that logo on them. to take home as a souvenir. And they're like, well, we never thought of that. But this way, if you could do it aftermarket, that's really kind of cool. I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, and then it allows you, of course, to get whatever brand of shoe that you want. Because sometimes you go to these websites and they're not offering, the style or the brand that you want, the comfort that you want. So it's nice to be able to get the shoe that you want and then customize it afterwards.
Man, I tell you what, Allie, I got a whole lot going on in my head. Stevie's head is going crazy because 4th of July's coming up. I'm thinking, you
Yeah, there you
know,
go. That's
the
always a good
shoes.
one.
You can get the golf shoes that have the American flag on them, like Puma's got them, FootJoy's got them. Other people have them, but you can't get ahead of time to get that shoe and get it embroidered. But if you can do the aftermarket, that'd be so cool to put the logo on with the American flag on it.
Yeah, no, I agree. We'll have
Man,
to get that going.
I mean, I'm just sitting here going crazy. Just like, man, we got all kinds of stuff we can work together on.
It's going to be great to collaborate.
Yeah. So you got a catalog yet?
I don't have a catalog yet. In the works of getting our Shopify and website going at the moment, and that way, we'll be able to do direct shipping for whatever products you want. So you'll be able to go onto the website, request whatever you're looking for, whether it be an embroidery design or a heat press design. Also, if you're just wanting, if you have a vision and you're not sure what you're wanting, you can also just go on there and you'll be able to request for some help to create that vision.
Shoot, I'm just gonna pick up the phone or text you like, hey, Allie, I got
There
this
we go.
crazy idea. I got this idea, man. I need like
You've got the
200
hookup.
golf hats so that celebrities can sign right here so that we can give them to the kids at Children's Hospital when we go see the kids at the hospital. Or, hey, Ellie, I need 144 shirts and I need them to be this size run. And it's
Big
funny
ones,
because
yeah.
you would think men would know their shirt size, right? You would think, but then they all aren't, don't have that feminine metrosexual side of shirt sizes. So the hardest thing to get people to give you is their shirt size because they don't even know. And it's like, hey, can you just look in the back of your shirt and tell me? So we're always running late on trying to get people to tell you what size shirt they need.
Oh, I bet.
I mean, you know, and it's not just men because women too. Sometimes when it's like, well, I don't know, man.
Not
What's the cut?
sure.
How does it
Depends what the
fit?
cut. Yeah. No,
Is
I
it
get
do
that.
this? Now is it sleeveless? Because I really don't want a sleeveless shirt. Is the sleeve 3/4? Is it this? I tell you what. Ever since I got into doing golf tournaments and doing apparel, I probably know more about apparel than 90% of the men out there of doing both women's side and the men's side of trying to figure this stuff out.
Oh yeah, between all the different cuts and then you have all the different blends and different styles, there's a lot out there.
Well, yeah, now that you got all this fancy wicking stuff and a lot of it's being made with plastic in it, bamboo in it, there's all kinds of, like you say, I don't know how you keep up with being able to, whether I can embroider it or if I need to heat press. And, you and I mentioned heat press and, we both talk about the old days where it peels. So I'm taking from that when you guys do it, it's going to last for a while. The new
Oh
stuff.
yeah, nowadays the heat press machines are a lot stronger and the material that's being used is a lot better than what used to be used. So as long as you're buying good and quality material and using, it's always about the steps. You got to make sure you follow the steps. If you don't follow the steps, that's where mistakes happen.
All right. All right. So
Follow, following
I'm
the
going to
correct steps.
I'm gonna lean on you, Allie, to be the expert. Okay, I'm just gonna come up with what we think we want to do, and then you figure out the best way to
Yeah, and
do
then
it.
I'll make it
Okay,
happen.
because Stevie's
That's how
doing
team
some of the old
works.
school of doing the embroidery just because the embroidery looked cool, So,
It
but
does. I think that's why it's coming back into style. It looks good.
so, hey man, this has been fun. I'm glad you took time out because I'm sure those presses are pressing back there, and you probably got a lot to do, and I got a lot to send you to see whether
Oh
or not
yeah.
how we're gonna do this and get it in the queue for May and August and October.
October, yeah, I'm
Um,
excited.
We're going to do another one around, I think, September 11th or 12th. We got it kind of working in Stevie's head. I got to get with Timberlane about doing New Orleans around September 11th or 12th. Do a tournament back down there for Cafe Hope. Um, we kind of stretched out. I'm kind of nervous about it. I got Damon and Cooley representing both Damon's foundation and my foundation at a charity golf tournament in New Orleans, and I'm not there. And it's like, oh shit. Okay, this is what I need you to do, and they're rookies, they've never really done a golf tournament, sponsorship on a hole. So I'm waiting for my phone to start buzzing, like, Stevie, help me. This guy wants to know if we can pay this.
Hopefully they're holding it down for you.
Exactly. So I mean, we're stretching. We're stepping out. We're going to Puerto Rico. 2027. They're trying to talk me into doing it over in South Africa. So you might want to really put your track shoes on and go over to South Africa with us.
Oh, that's amazing. Hey. You got a lot ahead of you. That's exciting.
And I got a whole lot ahead with you now, because now I can just pick up the phone and go, hey, got this. I'm thinking about this. You know what? I need a couple new jackets. I need a winter jacket. Can you do this? There's so many things that I'm thinking that we can do, because I hate doing plastic trophies. I hate doing golf balls for people that play in the tournament. I want some of that cool, unique stuff,
Stuff, metal plaques, something that people want to use and hang on their walls.
Yeah, or wear. I want them to wear, like walking around the airports, flying somewhere using the logo, brand and everything. So, hey, let's go have fun. I'll get back with you later this afternoon on some stuff. And, hey, just remember, if it ain't fun, Allie, we ain't doing it.
I like that motto. It was great talking to you, Stevie.
Yeah, and you're going to have to figure out how we can write that on the back of those T-shirts, right? If it ain't fun, we ain't doing it.
Oh, we can do that. I think that goes great with the logo.
Yeah, because that's what's on the pickleball paddles, on the back side of the paddle. The logo's on one side, and on the back side, it's got the TFB, the Fun Bunch logo, and it says, if it ain't fun, we ain't doing it, Stevie G. So figure out how you're going to put that quote on the back of those shirts.
Oh, definitely. I like that. I love that.
Well, there's your new task, okay? Oh, man. Thanks for coming on, Allie. I look forward to us working together. I hope a lot of people reach out to you, because I got news for you. We got a lot coming your way. It's going to be fun. And look, no stress, okay? We got this, and whatever works. And if it doesn't, hey, don't worry about it, because we've done a lot of stuff that we tried, and it didn't work the first try, but we've managed to modify it, minimize it, whatever. So, look, whatever we do, there's no stress, and if it ain't fun, we ain't doing it, okay?
All right, Stevie. You have a good one, okay? It was great talking to you.
It's great talking to you, and I'm glad you came to New Orleans with Paige, and now we get to rock this together.
Yeah, exactly. That's how it works.
You got it.
Cooperating.
All right. Have a great day.
You too. Have a good Friday. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Do you like a good cigar? Not me. I like a great cigar. And if you enjoy a great cigar, like these guys, then you want SGC cigars. Not only do you get a great smoke, but a portion of the proceeds from each cigar goes to help the children. And let's face it, it's all for the kids. And if it ain't fun, we ain't doing it. Enjoy.